So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Candace Owens and Erika Kirk have decided to meet up today to have a face-to-face sit-down conversation. Oh, to be a fly on that wall. I don't know if you guys have been following along what's been happening, especially the last couple of weeks where it's really heated up. This definitely was something I did not see coming, and I definitely was shocked to last night be scrolling and I just saw this information pop up on my timeline. Like, say what? Today? Like, wow, okay. And I'm not really sure how I feel about it. I think I have kind of mixed feelings. Like, one part of me is like, this is a good thing because so much division has been sowed within the conservative movement because of Candace's podcast and the things that she is claiming and saying, and it's causing a lot of infighting. And it's almost become a distraction than anything else, in my opinion, when it comes to conservatives on the right and people trying to move forward. It's become more of a hindrance than it has been something that is galvanizing people and bringing us together, which I think is sad because I feel like after Charlie Kirk died, we really had an opportunity to really come together. Like, if there was ever a time to come together and fight and be in one accord, it would have been on September the 11th, the day after he passed away and was murdered. And instead, it's had the opposite effect. We've become more and more divided as a movement, as a party, as a people. And all the while, the left is watching, eating their popcorn like, yeah, this is great. I can't wait for the next episode. And it's really sad. It's really, really sad and disheartening to see what has become since Charlie Kirk's murder. Like, it shouldn't be this way. It's really sad. And you guys know exactly how I feel. If not, watch my videos previously, what I feel about Candace Owens and what she's doing. And this video really isn't about that. It's more so about how do we move forward from here? What do we do from here to ensure that we can start looking forward and coming together again? Because we're spending so much time fighting each other that we're not focusing on what's happening politically on the spectrum with the left and what they're doing. And that's really who we should be criticizing. That's really who we should be focused on and have our eyes set on. And unfortunately, we're busy fighting each other over here. And it's really sad. I know that some people who don't like Candace Owens are questioning, why is Erika Kirk doing this? She shouldn't be doing this. Why is she even giving her the time of day? She doesn't owe her that. She's making a mistake. I don't like this. And I understand the concerns, trust and believe. I understand where that comes from. But I think, and this is just my own personal opinion, I think that Erika Kirk is trying to do what Charlie would possibly do if he was still alive. And I say that because we know that Charlie Kirk did not agree with Candace Owens on a lot of things towards the ending of their friendship. And it's why they weren't friends for such a long time. It's why she wasn't really, engaging with him much. Is why, we never saw her on his podcast or vice versa. It's why, she can't really show any text messages from the last year. Her texts are all from 2018 when they were still close. That closeness ended a long time ago. And I think what Charlie did was he said, okay, you know what? She's saying things and doing things that I don't agree with. Now, I can publicly criticize her, right? And I can publicly disown her in a way. But what is that going to do? All that would do is fracture the right and fracture our movement, because people will not be focused on the infighting happening between this side and this side, or this team and that team, versus looking at the bigger picture, which is what's happening in the country, what the left is doing, the policies, the politics. Those things matter so much more than infighting between two people who used to be friends. So I think Charlie was wise, and it's why he never once said a bad word about Candace Owens. Now, did he condemn or criticize the things that she was standing on? Absolutely. But did he ever call her out by name? No. And that was a strategy on his part. I think that was him using wisdom and not wanting to go that route because it wasn't worth it. It just wasn't worth it. Having peace was far more beneficial to his cause and his fight than infighting with Candace Owens and her followers. That would have, what we're seeing now would have happened if he was still alive and he criticized her publicly. I guarantee you, because she would have criticized him and it would have been a battle. And we get nowhere with that, as we see right now. So I think Erika Kirk is channeling her husband right now. And she's saying, you know what would Charlie want me to do? We have a much bigger cause, a much bigger fight. We have bigger goals. We have an agenda that we need to, fulfill. Charlie Kirk was very adamant about what he wanted for this country and what he believed in. And that can't get done if we are fractured as a movement. It just can't get done. So I'm pretty sure Erica's probably prayed about it and is thinking about it. And it's like, you know what? I think the best bet is to lower the temperature. Let's meet with her. Let me have a conversation with her, woman to woman, and have a conversation and talk about what's happening and try to find middle ground if we can. Now, it's going to be hard to find it because Candace has said some crazy stuff about Turning Point USA, and she has made some defamatory statements about Turning Point USA, like this one over here, where she literally says they are responsible for his murder. I mean, I don't know how you found middle ground after that, but sometimes you have to be the bigger person, and somebody has to be the adult in the room. And you have to, in order to bring the temperature down, you have to meet with that person, have a conversation and say, hey, let's have a conversation. Let's talk about this. Where can we fix this? Because if we continue on this path, we're going to be at war for years to come. And do we really want that? Who suffers the most if that happens? And who benefits the most if that happens? Those questions and those answers are very important. And so I think that's why Erika Kirk has come to the decision to meet with Candace and to have a conversation with her and to try and settle this away from the cameras, away from the spotlight, away from the drama, away from the telenovela, and let's just have a conversation. And hopefully this will, bring down the temperature. Would it stop Candace from saying what she's saying or doing what she's doing? I don't know. I think it's a good sign because she is meeting with Erika and having that conversation with her, which is a form of respect to say, okay, I will meet with you. So I think it's a good place to start. I'm gonna say that. Good place to start. Do I have high hopes that it'll change things going forward? I hope so, but I don't know. I'm a realist, so I can't, sit here and lie to you and say it's gonna be fixed now, because this is just the beginning. There are a lot of wounds that were created that need to be healed. But I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping that we can stop fighting and we can start healing and we can start moving forward, because we have way bigger fish to fry than each other. That's all I'm saying. I'm glad that they're doing it away from the cameras, because this has become such a freaking circus at this point. And when you're doing things in front of the camera, you have the camera and the audience in mind when you say things and you respond to things. And the fact that this is being done in private allows them to have a real, hopefully genuine conversation to come to some type of understanding, which can't be done if it's going to be on camera. It just can't be. And I know some people are upset about that. In fact, I saw this yesterday on Instagram. Somebody had reposted a comment that somebody made. I'm going to put it up here so you guys can read it. But it just goes to show what this has become. And it's sad because it's no longer about truth. It's no longer about healing. It's no longer about trying to move forward. It's become a soap opera. It's become I want to get my daily fix. I'm sorry, but this isn't entertainment. This is real life. A woman lost her husband. She's going to share her first Christmas without her husband in 2 weeks. I mean, think about that for a second. Just think about that for a second, right? She is going to spend her very first Christmas with her children without her husband. That's where she is. That's where her head is at right now. And so we need to be more empathetic. This isn't about entertainment. This isn't about getting your fix. If you want to get your fix, go watch General Hospital or Days of Our Lives, okay? Go watch that. This is real life consequences, real life people, real life situations, and it shouldn't be for our own consumption, for entertainment. It really shouldn't be. This mentality is wild. And it's why things have churned out the way that they have, because we've made this into a circus. And this is not what Charlie would have wanted in any way, shape, or form. This is not who he was. He was wise. And so I think Erika is taking his lead, especially as the CEO of Turning Point USA. She sets the tone. And obviously she's made a decision, and I'm going to respect it. I'm going to hope and pray that it works out well. I'm going to hope and pray that Candace respects her and respects her wishes, and they can come to some type of common ground. And the war can cease to exist at this point, because it's gotten out of control. Out of control. That's just my thoughts. I'm sure we'll learn more about what's happening or what happened with the meeting at some point. You know, Candace loves to talk, so I'm sure she will inform her audience of what was said or what happened. I just hope that this can lead to something better for Charlie's legacy, for what he believed in, and for his agenda. Because at the end of the day, he was America first. And this, what's happening right now, is not America first. It's a soap opera. Just my thoughts. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of this situation. What do you think of this meeting between Erika Kirk and Candace Owens? Do you have high hopes for it? Do you think it's a mistake? I would love to know in your comments down below. If you enjoy my content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit my notification bell so you know when I post a brand new video. And for the people who are commenting, oh my God, you're obsessed with this. Oh my God, you're just, you know, talking about gossip. I talk about political and social commentary and current events. This would be a current event, which is why I'm talking about it. It's my content. If you don't like it, keep scrolling.